This is part 27 of Never Ever Ever by a Clayton manufactured home. And in this video, we are continuing to document the fraudulent inspection report of the Vice President of NTA, Erica Tompax. And this was the look on Erica's face the moment she realized she was being filmed by two separate cameras. If she was smart, she would have turned around and walked away right then, right there. And as we go through her report, I'm going to show you that she's anything but smart. But before we get started, we're going to do a quick recap on how we got to this sad state of affairs. We purchased this turd on August 16th, 2019, and it was on this very day that Clayton Homes breached our contract 46 separate times. And this piece of turd was delivered in two separate pieces on September 23rd, 2019 by incompetent Gary Carr from Carmel Home Service, who was hired by the general manager of Clayton Homes, Jeffy Levy. And the first thing he did was destroy my concrete foundation with his machine, which broke off huge chunks of concrete in two separate spots in the front and four in the rear. Now, the installation was captured on video in its entirety, and I've showed these videos to some expert installers. And one of the first questions they ask is, was a site prep inspection conducted prior to installation? I told them no, and they said there should have been. Because there's two apparent problems they see right here. This ramp was not long enough. And they said the next problem was that these machines are designed to raise this front end up so these back wheels do not leave the ground, because the front end is supported by the machine. There's nothing supporting this back end if the wheels are off the ground. Then I asked him, what do you see here? And he said, he's missing a wheel. And I said, that's right. Then I said, watch what happens next.
The axle of the missing wheel just got stuck on the edge of the concrete. Oh, did you see that? That didn't look good. Oh, he's trying to yank it up there.
Then he said, are you friggin' kidding me? Then I showed him this.
What the hell you think that noise was?
And he said, I don't know. Sounds like something broke loose. Then I told him that our contract states that the general manager of Clayton Homes, Jeffy Levy, says that he was the licensed installer. And he said, you got my number. Let me know if you need anything. So Jeffy Levy knew that his world was about to come crashing down on him. So he did what any good salesman would do and start to lie his ass off. And he tells everyone that we did all the damage to the home ourselves. And that started a snowball effect. He brings multiple people to the property and they lie their ass off. So he orders an installation inspection from the Texas Department of Housing and Community Affairs Manufactured Housing Division. And now we caught Derek Scroggins lying multiple times. Jeffy Levy lies to his attorney, Bent Wells. Then he lies. Bent Wells lies to the first consumer complaint inspector, tough guy Jimmy Turner. Now we have him lying on video. So we tell the Texas Department of Housing and Community Affairs Manufactured Housing Division that their employee, tough guy Jimmy Turner, is a liar, and we have it on video. So Jimmy R. Hicks, who is the executive director at the Texas Department of Housing and Community Affairs Manufactured Housing Division, instructs Eric Franklin on May 27th, 2020 to open a new consumer complaint inspection and send two of their most seasoned inspectors. Now, we had no idea this email even existed until Clayton Homes liar attorney Bent Wells Left these two notebooks outside my gate on January 7th, 2021. And these two notebooks also contained Lion Brentwell's price list. And on June 1st, 2020, he charged $92.50 for a telephone conference with the Texas Department of Housing and Community Affairs Inspector Howard Delk regarding logistics of the Texas Department of Housing and Community Affairs inspection of the home. Then on June 2nd, 2020, he charged $308 for emails regarding second Texas Department of Housing and Community Affairs complaint case and expert involvement by Eric Tompax. And on that same day, he charged $166.50 for receipt and review of complaint to the Texas Department of Housing and Community Affairs emails with Eric Tompax regarding home inspections. Then on June 3rd, 2020, he charged $168. Attention to expert materials and logistics for upcoming inspection. And on that same day, he charged another $74 for emails with Eric Tompax regarding home inspection and videos and photos, telephone conference with the Texas Department of Housing and Community Affairs inspector regarding home inspection. Then on June 4th, 2020, he charged another $74 for emails with Eric Tompax regarding home inspection, telephone conference with the TDHCA inspector regarding foregoing. So all this took place before we even knew there was going to be a second consumer complaint inspection. Because we didn't find out till June 5th, 2020, when Disgusting Delk called us.
Hi, my name is Howard Delk, and I'm with the Texas Department of Housing and Community Affairs. I'm trying.
So listen to what Disgusting Delk says right here.
Explain to me why you won't watch me.
Because I'm going to do this is not part of the process. This is not part of the process.
Not part of the process. You mean it wasn't part of the plan that you, Bent Wells, and Erica Tampax had devised before you got here, right? This proves that Clayton Homes liar attorney Brent Wells, the Texas Department of Housing and Community Affairs Manufactured Housing Division, the vice president of NTA, who was not supposed to be at this inspection in the first place, Erica Tampax, were conspiring to commit fraud long before we even knew there was going to be a second consumer complaint inspection. All these people are criminals and need to be fired and prosecuted. Jeffy Levy, the general manager at Clayton Homes, has already been terminated. And the Texas Department of Housing and Community Affairs Manufactured Housing Division have revoked the only license he carried, which was a license to participate in sales activity only. Do you think Clayton Homes or the Texas Department of Housing and Community Affairs Manufactured Housing Division should have told us of this event? They didn't. We also received an anonymous tip that stated that Jeffy Levy was charging for installations, subcontracting to cheaper installers and pocketing the difference. You think that's embezzlement? So Disgusting Delk's inspection was conducted on June 17th, 2020, and now we have him on video lying. And that brings us back to the Vice President of NTA, Miss Erica Tompax, who was not permitted to attend Disgusting Delk's inspection in the first place. Do you think that's the look of an innocent person? It's not, and she's been caught. So we had left off part 26 with us pointing out 14 issues with the home, while Miss Tampax was captured on video taking 39 photographs, while only submitting this crappy picture of the concrete foundation. And then she writes, with respect to the chipped edge of the concrete slab, it is my professional opinion that the chips are cosmetic in nature and do not impact the performance of the concrete slab as a foundation element. No remedial action is required by Southern Energy Homes or Clayton Manufactured Homes. So I don't have any opinions. I have facts. And the fact of the matter is, You are a criminal, Miss Tampax, and you need to go to jail. She also submitted these two photos. Then she writes, unless otherwise stated, cardinal directions are used in this report to describe the location of various assemblies within the home and on site. These directions are based on the assumed north as shown in figure 1.1. Then she writes, under the assumed orientation of the home, the front entrance of the home faces east. She probably has no idea how happy we are she clarified this for us. Even though she's wrong, I built the concrete foundation for this house. This corner's north, this corner's south, this corner's east, and this corner's west. Then she submits this photo and steals from Disgusting Duck's report and writes, as alleged in state report, steps were not provided at front door as shown in figure 6.3. We paid for 2 decks, steps, and skirting that we never received. Then she submits this picture and writes, the perimeter piers are built into the cement board skirting as shown in figure 16.4. I only have one thing to say about this, and it is, so what? Then she submits this photo and writes, although the skirting panels had been removed at the north end of the home at the time of the inspection, the skirting had no intentional ventilation and no openings to provide cross ventilation. Additionally, there was no vapor retarder under the home as required by the FMMHIS. Images from the initial state inspection indicate that the vapor retarder was installed but subsequently was removed by the homeowner. So, Mrs. Smarty Pants, we paid for skirting that we didn't get, and all you're worried about is the vents? And how do you know that there's no vapor retarder underneath the concrete foundation? Because that would eliminate any need for it to be on top of the concrete foundation, correct? So the last photo she was videoed taking was of this sign in the window that states this house to be 2,212 square feet. And everything in our contract states the house to be 2,244 square feet. And the executive director at the Texas Department of Housing and Community Affairs Manufactured Housing Division, Jimmy R. Hicks, states that the house is 2,078 square feet. And all three are wrong. This house is 1,942 square feet. Miss Tampax knows it is and didn't say anything about it. Let's pick it up from there.
Okay, what's the next one?
Yeah, well, this is typical of you guys at the state. Well, you guys just bring all kinds of motherfuckers in here.
I tell you, are you, we can't really finish the discussion on that issue until we get inside and look at your documentation. That's why we need to just go on to the next issue. What's the next issue?
You just,
Do the roof.
I don't know, go ahead, Paul. Why are they here? They're here because the law requires us to notify them that they want, and they would like to be out here as an inspection.
look up there. You want to take a look up there? All the soffits all the way around are damaged, every one of them.
How is it damaged? I don't see
You see the holes in there? See the hole up there? Climb up there.
Now, we don't know what Miss Tampax was taking a picture of right here because it didn't make it in her report. This is photo number 40 that the video had captured.
Oh, I see that the soffit is bucking a little bit of the trim soffit is not long enough to cover the little gap there. That would be an installer issue. Do you see what can you see that right there? If you get up on the ladder, you'll see what I'm saying. Yeah. And anything that has a little hole in, these are ventilated soffits, right?
Yeah, but mud doggers like to get in there.
That's right. And you know how they can fix that? silicone caulk. They don't have to replace. They can fix it however they want, but they can fix it.
Yeah, this thing's been here almost a year.
Okay, so
They've been here probably,
is
50 times.
is this the one you're talking about? Is right at the crown?
That's
what it
all the
looks
way
like. It
down,
had a
all the
screw.
way down at the end.
I don't see any more damage on any of the others except that one right at the top.
How about this roofing shingle right here? Huh?
Where it's sort of lifted, a little buckle. I'm not gonna fall off this thing.
I wish you would.
I don't see that would be a concern. I don't see how there'd be any. But I mean, the thing is, all they have to do is seal. They can seal it, right? Anything like this can be sealed.
No.
It's damaged. It's not damaged.
Yeah, okay.
It's not damaged. It's lifted, but it's not damaged.
Look at this here. Is that the proper way to do this?
Do what? Do what, Paul?
All right.
No, Paul, tell me. I see you got the tape there, but I don't know what you're talking about.
Well,
You got a point.
if you can't see it,
I can't see it.
then
Well, tell me about
you
it,
should
Paul.
get another
Tell
job.
me. No, I'm not getting another job. Tell me about it. What is it? How is this wrong?
Is that supposed to be pushed up against the shingles?
It's trim.
It's trim. All right, look at
It's trim, Paul.
that's what's done into the shingles.
This is trim.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All they have to do is cause the trim, this shingle to lift up. But the thing is all they have to do is seal it. And if they put tar seal in here and they hold it down until it sets, it's going to be fine.
Okay,
And
well,
there's
you
nothing that's
document
gonna
that
go
so
in
they can come do it, okay?
What's that?
Document it so they can come do it.
You got that, Richard? Wherever you are? Oh, Richard behind me. Okay, Richard. Yeah. Okay.
What's up with this?
Well, it's the patient. It's not.
I know, it's
Yeah,
just
and it's not a code
right?
violation. It's not a code violation.
Not a code violation.
It isn't,
Yeah.
because there's no requirement for fascia.
Yeah.
Fascia is an architectural feature of the house, and they can put it on there, or they cannot. It can be open soffit, open fascia, everything. But it's not a code violation. But I can tell you, I can see what you're talking. The only
I can
reason
see you came here.
Oh, I can
is to
see.
discredit.
Oh, yeah, I can see that, that I wouldn't be happy about that either.
Do you think a jury would be happy with this state inspector? There needs to be a criminal matter before there can be any civil matter. Now we're up to 19 items we have expressed our concerns about. And now Miss Tampax has been videoed taking 49 pictures. And out of the 10 photos that our videos had captured her taking on this part of the house, this was the only one she submitted. In fact, this is so grainy, you can't even tell what it is. Then she writes, during my inspection, I assessed the condition of the roof apart from the raised shingle at the south end of the home. So, Miss Tampax, your picture sucks, and so does what you wrote. Because we know there ain't no way your $5,000 camera would take a picture like this unless you wanted it to.
Can't make them do anything about it. Now, can they do something about it? That's an easy fix. It's easy to fix.
There's thousands of these issues.
Point it out to me. Go to the next one.
I mean, every
Go to the next one, Paul. Just go to the next one. Go ahead.
Go to the roof.
Quit smirking at it. Let's go to the next one. You're smirking at it.
Disgusting Delk is disgusting in more ways than one, huh?
They paid it off.
Now, what do you think I can do about that?
Well, you can say, yeah,
Okay,
it looks like crap.
What do you think I can do?
You can make that it looks like crap. You can make that it looks
I
like
would
crap.
not like that. I would not like it. But that's a little bit sloppy. But what do you think?
So, disgusting Delk wouldn't like it if it was his house, but we're supposed to accept it, right?
I can do representing the state. What do you think I can do about
Nothing,
you know it. Nothing.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
mud daubers can crawl up in there.
Yeah.
Right?
I can. Yeah.
And they do.
Yeah. I can't do anything about that. But something can be done, and it would be very simple.
times.
Okay, we may have to get here 51 times. Maybe 2 times. We may have to come up here. Who knows?
Oh,
You
yeah.
have to get it right. Okay, what's the next thing?
What's going on up?
What's this here?
Oh, yeah. That's what we want to know. What's that there?
I don't know.
Yeah, I put it there. If you look at that page there, that one looks brand new. The one in the front looks like it's been there for 40 years.
But it's sequential, isn't it? This is before and that's a proof. I'm glad you brought that up because I do have to take a picture.
Let's take a picture of the other one.
Oh, I think, yeah. Is it on 3 or 5?
Right here. Where are you going? Oh, right here. Look at that one. Looks brand new. Brand new. Yeah.
But you know what? There's no
I know. There's nothing you can do about it.
Right? Would have okay, that's side. Because it does, because in the sun, it's going to fade pretty quick.
Yeah, I show you have a percent over there.
Okay.
So now Miss Tampax has been shown 23 items. She's taken 59 photographs. And out of the 10 photographs she just took, this was the only crappy picture she submitted with her $5,000 camera. Then she writes, "During my inspection, I assessed the condition of the soffit around the home and observed a 3/8-inch gap in the cladding under the front porch overhang, as shown in figure 7.3. Pursuant to the siding manufacturer's instructions, the maximum gap in the siding should not exceed 1/4 inch." She's really looking out for us, isn't she? At the beginning of the video, I told you that Miss Tampax is anything but smart. Do you think I'm proving my case? Do you need some more convincing? You see what it says right here? 3/8-inch gap in the cladding under the front porch overhang. So, if this is the front porch, what the hell is this? Missing steps at front door. Does this house have 2 front doors? No, she's an idiot. So I think we're going to wrap up this part of the fraudulent inspection report of this criminal Vice President of NTA, Erica Tampax. And we're going to be starting off on the roof in the next video. So remember to like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment to all my videos. Thanks for watching. See you in a couple weeks.